Hello everyone, welcome survivors. I am going to be reading chapter 3 tonight. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the audio reading of my new book, Cancer Won't Stop Me. So, chapter 3, Where Will I Get My Treatments? Is the title. My friend Calvin suggested that I go to the Cancer Treatment Center of America in Atlanta, Georgia. I was not aware that a location was so close. I immediately began to look online, found the website in the different locations. Just like he said, there is one in Atlanta, Georgia. I called to get more information. It was a pleasant experience and I got all of my questions answered. The center had an appointment open at the end of next week. The representative requested more information about my diagnosis and would request any records to be sent from the Birmingham VA to the CTA in Atlanta. I gave him my insurance information to ensure I was eligible for treatment. It was confirmed that I was eligible, and we scheduled a 3-day evaluation. In the meantime, I had an appointment with the UAB oncologist that would be coordinating my care with my team in Birmingham. She went over my lab results and the treatment plan. She said I would meet the surgical oncologist next with the results from the MRI. I needed to have another biopsy of the left and right breast due to some areas of concern. I scheduled an appointment for the right side. By the time it was all over, I had several biopsies on the right and the left. I knew I never wanted to do those again. The MRI guided biopsies are the absolute worst. They are long, uncomfortable, noisy, and painful. I cried after the first one. And months later, when I found out they wanted another one, I said absolutely not. After a few days, I tried reaching the UAB oncologist, but to no avail. It is time to prepare for my second opinion in Atlanta. The consultation would be 3 days. And initially, I would be paid for mileage, a hotel stay would be covered, and 3 meals up to $10 each at the center. This is not currently the case now. All good things come to an end. That was a great benefit, since it meant I only had to worry about making that drive. And if I did not want to drive, they would fly me into Atlanta Airport. This expense is covered by the center also. Once I planned my trip to CTA, I realized the center is actually in Newnan, Georgia. I had never heard of Newnan, so I had no idea what to expect. My friend Lisa went to support me. It was a 6-night stay due to day 1 being on a Friday. We arrived on Thursday and day 2 was Monday. The last day of treatment, day 3, was on a Tuesday. The drive was approximately 2.5 hours from Hoover, Alabama. And it was not bad at all. It gave us time to talk and get to know each other. Lisa and I had become friends a few months back. We met through my church marriage small group. It was so amazing that she wanted to come to support me and that her husband would allow her to. He had his own bout with cancer, so I could understand that he did not want me to go alone. I love Lisa so much for being there with me. Day 1 was registration, completing paperwork. I completed labs and talked to the nurse navigator. I was informed about the mother care policy of CTA and how the team worked. I met with the financial department, was informed of what my insurance covers, what the center would cover, and what I would need to cover. This was all new to me. I had never had to worry about co-pays and deductibles before. I had used the Department of Veterans Affairs for all of my care before this. I am a veteran and I was in the Army for 8 years. I knew it was my choice to get a second opinion, but the VA would not cover my treatment here. I would be fully covered at the UAB hospital in Birmingham, Alabama though. UAB is a state-of-the-art hospital and I know they provide great care there also, so I had a choice to make. I also met the oncologist for my intake consultation. I shared all details concerning my health and gave her information on where to obtain all my records. I had genetic testing the year before, so she wanted those records too. I do not have the breast cancer genes BRCA1 and BRCA2, which was good news. We checked out the facility. It was very nice and welcoming. Everyone was so nice and took care of me just like their motto. Treat every patient like they are your mother. I had never felt this before in any hospital setting. I felt like a woman that would be cared for, but not a cancer patient that was about to die. I love that everything is all in one building. All of my appointments would be on the first or second floor. Everyone here would be treated for cancer and nothing else. I found comfort in knowing that only cancer patients are treated here. I went in on Saturday and got a CAT scan to ensure cancer had not spread. Day 3, I met with the financial team again, turned in paperwork, and asked questions to get more of an understanding of my expenses. I met with my oncologist again to go over my lab results, scans, and everything she had so far. She still needed to see evidence of my diagnosis of triple-negative breast cancer and genetic testing to be sure of my treatment plan. But if all things checked out, I would begin chemotherapy immediately. I would receive 8 rounds of chemotherapy treatment. The first round would be a combination of adriamycin, which they call the red devil, and Cytoxan, a very strong combination that will lead to hair loss and so many more side effects. We will discuss this later. One of the worst parts of having cancer is losing your hair. As a woman, your hair is your pride and your glory. It is a part of you, the first thing someone notices, and for most of us, we spend hundreds to thousands of dollars a year on hair products and services. It took me a while to get used to this idea. My hair was finally flourishing and was the longest it has ever been. It was 100% natural and I had been growing it for almost 2.5 years. I was hurt about not having hair. When I decided to go natural, I did not do the big chop. I transitioned to natural hair. I did not even want to have short hair. Now this. I would be bald, but not by choice. The second worst is losing my breasts, but I will discuss that more in a later chapter as well. When I returned home, I thought more about my decision and tried to reach the oncologist from UAB. I left messages and did not get a call back. I called and was informed she was only available 1 day out of the week for VA patients. They asked what I wanted and said they would ask her to call me. I never got that call. This was another reason that led me to my decision of being treated at the CTCA. I also had to wait a few weeks to be scheduled with a surgical oncologist at UAB. I just didn't feel like I would be cared for like I needed to be. A few months before my job offered to cover healthcare insurance for all employees. I was so happy that I now had options because I had secondary insurance. It was like Jesus knew what I needed and had already set this benefit up to be available for me to have. He always takes care of me and his blessings are right on time. I am so thankful to have a wonderful employer that cares about the health and welfare of their employees. They were so caring and supportive during my treatment. I am eternally grateful and thankful to Pack Health, one of the best places to work in Birmingham, Alabama. That is chapter 3. What do you guys think? Leave me a message below. Also, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Share it with others and like this video. Thank you.